both relieved and sad that Christmas holidays have come to an end? Let's investigate how we can embrace both of those things. Hi, I'm Tanya, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Threshold, our first of 2025. And I want to begin this episode by talking about two words, the word and the word but, and how we can use them. For example, you could say, I love the routine of my everyday life, but I love the freedom of the winter break. Or you could say, I love the routine of my everyday life, and I love the freedom of the winter break. And I find that using the and allows for better balance. For example, when you say something like, I love you, but, that often causes the person you're speaking to sort of negate the I love you part and concentrate on the whatever follows the but. It's much nicer to say, I love you and, I find. So, thinking about using the and reduces inner conflict and allows us to create a life with better balance. Let's do an exercise. Step one in the exercise is to think to yourself and make a list, either on paper or in your head. What do you love about regular life? So it could be things like the structure, productivity, community, whatever it is. Think of the things that you love about regular everyday life. The next step is to think about everything that you love about holidays or winter break. Could be things like the slower pace, relaxation, spending time with family. And what we're going to do in step 3 is to create the and, to bring joy into the everyday. So the joy of holidays or Christmas or winter break into the everyday life. So for example, it could be things like leaving the twinkle lights up. I did that. Some of our twinkle lights are just white. And we wrap some around the plants. And I thought, you know what? That looks lovely. I like it. I'm going to leave that part up. It could be creating like a weekly family game night or cooking some special meals just to keep some of that fun or togetherness or that sort of joy or feeling special from the holidays into the everyday life. Other things you could do to bring the holiday into everyday life is to light candles, to set a nice table. You don't have to save the good dishes just for Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter or whatever holidays you might celebrate. We can set aside time for family and friends. If you still get Christmas cards or, the emails or that kind of thing, or just people, making the point to wish you well at this time of year, why not bring that into your everyday life and maybe decide that you want to do that once a week or something. You can schedule moments of rest, like the time that you had over the holidays. Hopefully you had some time for rest. And you can decorate with something that really makes you smile. It doesn't have to be the whole house. As I said, I just decided I was going to leave some of the twinkle lights up that are around the plants because they're not necessarily the colored lights that really scream these are Christmas lights, but they're just white twinkle lights. So those are some of the small things you can do to incorporate and instead of but. The hope is that we can accentuate the positives from both our everyday life and our time spent on winter break or holidays in general. And when we accentuate the positives, hopefully we can start to crowd out the negatives or the shoulds, as we've discussed in previous episodes. So for this week, I invite you to think of one thing that you love about the holidays and one thing that you value about everyday life, and see if you can bring them together with that and to create a little magic all the way through 2025. So let's embrace that, carry the joy of the holidays into 2025, and I'll see you again next week beyond the threshold.